This is my Horizon T500 treadmill, and I've tested the motor and found out that it's bad. It is under warranty, so they've sent me a new one, and I'm going to go ahead and replace that motor and show you how to do that. So let's dig into it. So the first thing I'm going to do is unplug the unit. And we've got 4 screws. And we're going to take the cover right off. Just set that over to the side. Now that we have the cover off, we're going to have 4 wires to disconnect. One's going to be the ground, positive, negative, and then the power to our caliper. So we're going to take these out. The black is going to be vertical, and then the red is going to be the horizontal. So we've got those 2 out. And the little motor here, that's going to come out. And these are zip tied together, so we'll have to take those apart. Over here, if you can see it, we have the ground, and looks like there's 3 grounds. And this is an 8mm deep socket, so I can get to it. So we've got the one that we need. Now we'll clip this. Make sure you're not cutting any of the important wires here. Another one over here we're going to have to do. We might push those through. I think I'll try that instead. So there's our red. Our black. And calibration. And last but not least, our negative. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to go ahead and get ready to take the motor out itself. Now we're going to have to go behind the unit to get the other ones. And so we're going to have to pick the unit right up. We're going to take these off. These are Allen wrench. Now we've got those out, we'll drop the unit down. Now we can take the unit right out. And we're going to see that we're going to have to take this back part off. I'm going to have to get a rubber hammer to tap this. Little persuasion got it off. Now we're going to go get the other motor and put it back on. So I am going to do this right in the box that it came in. That way it's not going to be rolling around. I'm going to just do it hand tight. And now I'm going to go back to the unit itself, make sure everything lines up before we tighten this right up. So we're worried about in the back lining up. It looks good. So we'll tighten it up the rest of the way. Now we do want to make sure these are nice and tight, so no vibration later on is going to take them out. So now we're going to put it back in. And these we're just going to put them on snug, and we'll tighten them up once we get the other side done. So we don't want them too tight. I'm going to go back to the other side and tighten up the hex nuts. So I am going to put the belt back on before I go and tighten up the back side. I'm going to go back and tighten everything up. And now we're going to go put all the wires back together. So we're going to want to make sure that the belt isn't going to be rubbing anywhere, and then it's fairly tight. You can make some adjustments if it's not tight enough. I have looped here the metal weights back in. They were looped around 3 times each. Not quite sure what purpose they serve, but we're going to put them back the way they were. We're going to hook the ground up first. And we want to make sure when we're hooking this up to the board that you've got little grooves in there. They're going to go down. That snaps in. So now we're going to hook up the positive and negative. The red one is in further. It's harder to see. It's quite a ways in there. It's horizontal. It says red right on it. And the black one is vertical. You get a better look from the top. So those are now connected. Now I'm going to zip tie my wires back up. So we had cut this one earlier. So she's now all back together. We're going to plug her back in. And plug her back into the wall. And now we'll check her out. So before it wasn't working. Turn the power back on here. And we're going to press start. And we can see that it's working. So, motor took a little bit of time, but certainly worth replacing, especially since it was free. Saves you a service fee for someone coming over and doing it for you. I hope this helped, and good luck.